All right, gang. Week 7, bin 2. Now, as I was saying in the opening, bins 2 and bins 3 were put into the water tubs earlier this week. We do have some escapees from each one of these tubs, so at the end of this, I will be putting them back in. Let's take a look and see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. This is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Okay, so we got worms up on the lid. We got them up on the sides. This is them not only investigating and looking into their new environment, but this also could be caused because of low oxygen in the bin. It's not uncommon for them to do this. Man, look at all the castings. Holy cow. I do get concerned when I see them all grouped up like this in mass numbers, but this is not necessarily something wrong with the bin. I think they're just getting used to the fact that there's not a lot of oxygen in here anymore. And that's okay, that just takes time. Also, you know, going into a water tub, the temperature is now much cooler than this bin traditionally has, you know, been at, so that may have something to do with it as well. I don't really know, but holy cow, look at all castings up on the side and the lid. And I've got worms up here too, so let me try to see if I can't get them out first. Maybe I'll speed this up a bit so I don't have to bore you guys with me trying to fish them out of the lid. All right, gang, so I took out about 7, maybe 8. I think it was, actually I take it back, it was 8 from the lid. So as you can see, it's almost like having worms in a new bin all over again. It's pretty damp in here. I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna be best served to just take a real quick look at the food, give them a little bit more, and let them kind of continue to settle in without a whole lot of disruption for me. And by that I mean I'm not even going to add any bedding right now. I probably should, because things are looking pretty wet, but I don't know. Let me just kind of take a look and see how things are going here in the middle. This is where we fed last, the banana peels. Here's one of them right now. Let's see what we have in the way of worms here. Here in the center. And as you remember, bins 2 and 3 did not receive the natural covering of the leaves like bin 1 did. So I need to peel some of this apart. They're definitely here in the center, which is good. Now wow, that's dry looking. Look at that. That's the leaf material that was used just to go ahead and put the food in. There's some here, not a lot, but there's some. That's interesting. See how dry the leaves are down here? Huh. Well, let's use that. I had another leaf that I was going to use in this bin to cover the feed with. Man, look at these castings. This is starting to become casting material now. This is no longer just, you know, decayed matter. I mean, this is really starting to look like good castings. This is really nice. And this is good. Wow. Look at the mold on that. That's from the black leaf mold that was initially in this bin when I first started it back in September. Hey, where are you going? Yeah, this is definitely being worked by him. All right, you know what, guys? Gang, I am just gonna give a feeding in here and we're gonna get out of here because I got a feeling that the less I disturb them right now, the better off they're gonna be. They went through the banana peels, it looks like. I mean, there's still remnant pieces of it in here, and there's gonna be because some of it's really hard material. But I think they're going to town. I mean, look at all these castings on the side. And then down here in the bedding too, my gosh. So all right, let's give it feeding. Let's do it. I'll put in one more leaf just to give it some drier material to have it to itself. But I'll give him this one that's all kind of Swiss cheesed anyway. It's really dry here in the middle. And it's not going to be after adding these foods, but that's okay. Actually, we're going to have enough to cover it up with afterwards. Plenty. All right. 2 stinky hard-boiled eggs. Nasty. They'll love it. Maybe I should have kept another brown napkin to put in here. I tore out the ink prints on. Hang on one second, I'll be right back. I get these coffee napkins from a coffee house here in town, and they're just plain old brown paper. They work great in the bin. The logo torn out. Ready to go. Need another one for the third bin. It's not like it's not like it's needing dry materials, that's for sure. But let's give it some veg. These cucumbers and these eggplants should provide a great deal of moisture to this area. I'm actually, well, I guess I'm not that surprised. Banana peels are not gonna. They're not going to, provide a whole lot of moisture as they decompose. But veg like this, yeah, this will. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little. Just to show you we don't have to be afraid to add rice. In the wintertime, remember, rice can be a friend. Just don't want to overdo it like I did back in week 4. More and we're ready to go. For those of you that live back in the United States or over in Europe where you guys get real cold, and I'm talking the type of cold that has all that white stuff in the ground and it gets below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, steamed white rice is very helpful for your worm bins. It definitely can work to your advantage, especially if you're keeping worms that are not necessarily tolerant of lower temperatures like I am. Okay. Now let's add a little grit. Actually, you know what? I didn't finish the veg. Yes, I still have more veg. Pretty big feeding, I know, but we have a pretty good population going on in all the bins now, so I feel pretty confident with it. Confident that they can handle it. Quite hopeful that they will. All right. There's that. Grit. Cover. So it's going to be a little raised here in the center. That's fine. The worms will take care of it. These materials feel rather damp. I think our friends are going to do a good job on this. On the sides here. I'll bet you bin 3 is very similar. I mean, look at these castings. I know that's not a real big handful of them, but that looks really good to me. Okay, gang, that has bin 2, and we're gonna check in on them again in a week on Halloween. As I was saying in the video for bin 1, someone mentioned last week during week 6 that maybe what I ought to do is let the worms go ahead and process through this for a set period of time just to see how they do. They had mentioned maybe a couple weeks to a month. It's not a bad idea. Right now what I'm wanting to do is to make sure that with the cold season really starting to get ready to kick into gear here, nobody is left, in a position where they don't have the right amount of heat or the right amount of cool. So I'm gonna try to keep track of that, and I want you guys to see that as well. So, especially now that since I've added the water tubs here, I want to be able to show how those things work and how they're managed well, or do the best I can, I should say. But that's it. That's bin 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll like and share the video. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. And hit the bell notification icon so that you can be alerted when I upload new content. Until next time, wherever you are in this world today or tonight, take care. Bye for now.